Hi everyone, my name is Rachit Bansal and I'll be presenting our work on early detection of COVID-19 fake news. This work was a result of the collaboration between Tripartite Delhi and Accenture and is being presented at PAKDD. So fake news, as we know, is a huge problem and it has been emerging over the last few years with increased users and activity over the platforms like Twitter. So in this work, we are dealing with the problem of detecting fake news over Twitter, that is fake tweets. So a fake tweet generally looks like this with an absurd statement being attributed to some personality to gain um, gain support from people who would be misled by that. So here the statement says that coronavirus is not natural, but it's man-made. And as we know, this is actually very contradictory to what the scientific evidence points to and what the health organization says. Fake news also does not have a very static or well-defined definition, and it varies across people and experts. That is why in our paper, we define fake news to be anything which contradicts these facts which are posed by the organizations which we trust, like WHO in this case. Coming on to our main problem in this paper, that is early detection of fake news. So why is early detection important? So as we see from this rough representation of fake news over time, the damage caused by such misinformation follows such a trend. When in the beginning it is not popularized, it hasn't reached a lot of people. That's why the damage caused is minimal. But when as it popularizes across people and as people share it more, the damage increases exponentially and it reaches a stage where it is very harmful. So current day methods flag it at this bad stage in the end where most of the damage has already been done. While in our case, in our work, we present methods and we wish to flag it at this early stage to minimize any damages caused by the fake news. So the assumptions by current techniques are like large amounts of label data. So in cases like COVID-19, we know that this is not true. And that's why early detection also of such closed domain fields becomes very difficult. Moreover, large amounts of propagation information is generally required for such prior work, and that propagation information is generally available only at this later stage and not true for early fake news. So, uh, to expand on these challenges, the first challenge which we faced was the lack of evaluation data for early fake news, for which we created ECTF, which is an early detection, early COVID-19 data set for early detection. Then there's lack of work for closed domain fake news early detection. And for that, we propose endemic. To tackle lack of propagation information, we use heterogeneous graphs. To tackle lack of label data, we use semi-supervised learning. And finally, to be robust across emerging fake news, we used external knowledge. Coming on to our main contribution of endemic. So endemic combines endogenous and exogenous signals with a semi-supervised co-attention network. And this is the architecture diagram for the same. It takes an input the embedded tweet text and some additional features like external knowledge and contextual features of tweet and users. It also consists of tweet and user node embeddings, which are also the inputs and are externally obtained. So the main features of endemic is that it leverages endogenous and exogenous signals. It uses co-attention network to learn the optimal combination of information sharing. And moreover, it also uses follower-follow, user tweet, and tweet-retweet connections in these graphs. Coming on to the first point, for instance, we have this input, this tweet as input. This is a popular fake tweet made by Elon Musk, which is kids are essentially immune. He's talking in context with coronavirus, but elderly with existing conditions are vulnerable. So, as you know, this is not true. So this would go into the embedded tweet text. Our external knowledge system would identify certain uh, news clippings and reliable resources, which gives us additional information related to this claim. Additionally, the contextual informations are obtained from the tweet itself, that are replies and quoted retweets up from this tweet. And using this, we are obtaining additional information for this tweet. Coming on to the second point, we are using this co-attention method. The co-attention combines endogenous and exogenous signals in an optimal fashion, and it is present at these places. Here, external knowledge and embedded tweet text are endogenous signals, while the contextual features and tweet and user embeddings are exogenous features. So they are being combined optimally using co-attention. Propagation graph networks, here the Fowler-Foley networks and user tweet and tweet retweet networks is a heterogeneous graph containing 51 million nodes and 70 million edges. It forms thousands of clusters of all sizes, and the node representations are learned in a semi-supervised manner. So how do we evaluate our model? How do we evaluate endemic? So we firstly make use of CTF, which is a dataset which was recently proposed by Paca et al. So in this dataset, it consists of various sources of COVID-19 fake news, and it consists of some genuine, fake, and unlabeled tweets, and it stands for COVID-19 Twitter fake news dataset. So using this CTF, we form various kind of test sets which we use to evaluate endemic. Firstly, by simply splitting and sampling, we obtain a general test set, which consists of both early and non-early fake news, fake and non-fake samples. Now, CTF consists of a lot of clusters of fake news from various timelines. So we identify clusters which are new and unpopularized. Using these clusters, we form early test set, and it is combined with the original training and validation set to form eCTF. One thing to note here is that the training and validation test remains the same. That is, endemic does not need to be trained on a separate training data of early detection, but a general training and validation set would be sufficient for it to perform better in early fake news detection. Similarly, to have another way to verify our results, we also propose the mask detect dataset, where we are masking the time variant features in order to simulate early fake news. So coming on to the results of endemic, first talking about general fake news, that is non-early fake news, we see that endemic outperforms all the other models in the past. So features used by a model consists of the tweet features, user features, external knowledge, and unlabeled data, which hasn't been done by any other model before. And that is why we achieve an F1 score of 93.2% and an accuracy of 93.7% on general fake news. Coming on to early fake news, we achieve about very similar accuracy on eCTF. That is, even when we do not have enough propagation information, we are able to obtain high accuracies. That is 92.0 F1 score with a difference of 1.9%. So this difference states the difference between the general fake news accuracy and the accuracy now. So again, this is highest among all the prior work. Similarly, on the mask detect dataset, on the mass detect test set, particularly, we are obtaining again a high accuracy and F1 score. Finally, we even evaluate endemic on very general fake news, such as non-COVID fake news. And again, endemic is able to outperform almost all the baselines with a few exceptions. And the data sets are PolityFact and GossipCon, which are very popular data sets, and thus endemic is generalizable. Finally, from this work, we conclude that early detection of fake news is an important task, and more work needs to be done on this. We propose endemic and eCTF datasets to encourage future work in this direction. And with endemic, we are able to reliably detect COVID-19 fake news as well as general fake news. Thank you. That is all. We'll be taking questions now.